And on that note, I'm joined by Anne Musungu this morning. And it's very cold, quite chilly for that matter. But let's start with what's trending on the media. Under attack, is the media under siege? What is the social media saying this morning?
Yes, it's very, 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 very cold. And onto what's trending, the media fraternity is not so happy with what is happening. People have been injured, people have been threatened. The other day we were, as KTN News, we were threatened because of having some footage during Mandamano, and we've seen Catherine Wanjeri was shot covering Mandamano also in Nakuru. Macharia was mistakenly abducted, apparently, that is what they're saying. We've seen during an event, journalists being thrown out. And the big question is now, do we have media freedom in our country? We've seen yesterday from the news that we are position 102 out of an 80 media freedom. And this questions a lot because now can we really put out there what is going on in the country, given that we seem like the enemy right here? What do you think, Anki?
Is it, because the question is, in as far as the coverage is concerned or the information the media is giving out there, what really is the argument? Is it that, the media is inciting people? Are we out of the code of ethics as we should operate? What is the conversation? Because those are the questions being raised so far, in as far as the, the thin line between the media freedom and protecting the general public is concerned. Anne?
I think the biggest problem now is that when it was all good, when we go for the president briefing, we say what the president says. But when we come to reporting what is literally happening on the ground, it seems like inciting the public. And as a country, we should find clear guidelines or boundaries to what freedom really is in reporting exactly what is happening. And in a time like this where the country is in a critical time of Mandamano, when the Gen Zs are out here protesting on different aspects and different things, that social issues they're addressing, there should be very, very clear guidelines.
All right, and of course, indeed, perhaps civic education as to the role of the media needs to be resuscitated again. Clearly. I know that we have the Editors Guild, we have the Media Council of Kenya, among other things, but of course, the 7 days still remain, and as the media, we do what we have to do, but also open to critic. Let's look at the security matter, the IG banning the protests within the CBD, Nairobi CBD to be specific, and the courts declaring its position on the same, saying that is not something guaranteed in the Constitution. What are Kenyans saying in this regard, especially after the court declared its position on the banning of the protests by the acting IG within the Nairobi CBD?
So before the courts suspended the ban, the biggest question was now we don't have the rights to protest as by the Constitution. You see, it's upanga unakata pande zote. You don't have to, when it's not suiting you, you're against it. Again, freedom and the Constitution clearly says that people have rights to demonstrate. And also, at least it's self-relief after the court suspended the ruling, because as a country, we're going through a lot, and it is our right to address these issues. Yes.
But the government spokesperson, Isaac Mwaura, came out vividly yesterday, and if I just get it more clearly, there is a backlash now around, the government spokesperson due to his response and his briefing, one for the mistaken journalist, and secondly saying, well, we have heard you. Allow the president now to, respond to your issues, especially, I believe, on your Gen Z. What are the Gen Z saying in this regard?
Clearly, it was not an interesting briefing to listen to, because some of the things he responded to left people wondering, where are we now?
Like what?
Okay, so responding to the apparently mistaken identity, he said that even him at times he gets mistaken by other people, and like, really? That clearly shows how out of touch some of the government officials are with what is clearly happening in the country. And also to the matters of, okay, last week the president banned harambees and contribution in churches, and a few days ago we saw him say that he'll be contributing to the groundbreaking of a church in Nyandarua. And answering to that, Mwaura said that there's a bill that is going to go to Parliament that will talk more about the Harambes in church. Again, when it's against you, it's not right. But when it's on your side, it's okay.
So it's a matter of convenience.
Yes.
All right, let's just quickly wrap this up with what is happening. And as far as the cabinet is concerned, we do know that there was some proper, action taken, if I could use those words, by the president in the dissolution of the cabinet. However, Musalia Mudavadi is now acting CS in all ministries, I believe. Also, after the president dismissed all cabinet secretaries, he later, according to this information that I have, appointed Prime Cabinet Secretary Musalia Mudavadi as acting CS for pretty much all ministries, as we await the appointment of other cabinet secretaries set this week, or next week rather. Yeah. Now, what are Kenyans saying in as far as this is concerned? Remember, there have been arguments that the Prime Cabinet Secretary's office is in its own unconstitutional, if you speak to some legal voices. And what is it saying on the ground? Yes,
first thing first, a lot of people think that the ministry is not doing anything to the cabinet,
foreign
so
affairs?
To say. Yeah, so to say. And also given that he already has 2 ministries, foreign affairs and the deputy cabinet, I don't think this is the right move. Also, Gen Zs, we were so happy when the cabinet secretaries were dismissed as one of the issues people raised. But now reassigning Musalia as acting CS to all ministries, so much questions behind that. And also Kenyans are asking, Kenyans, okay, it has now come clearly, the battle of who is going to be, where can those who are there, can they be reappointed again? And we're clearly waiting to see how that goes. We're clearly waiting to see how that conversation goes.
Notwithstanding, and I want to let go and of course get into the break, ODM slots in the cabinet. I mean, Kenyans are saying Baba is probably betraying them. What are the outstanding highlights of the social media and as far as how politics, twists and turns are going this far?
Okay. As a leaderless generation, people are clearly seeing what the opposition is doing, because allegedly there are people who will be maybe appointed as CS from Azimio, and we feel that that is so low to say, because why would you now be a friend of the government to get seats or to get what do you call them?
Political positions?
Yes, political positions. And also we saw Wajakoya, who said that he was offered a seat and he refused. So we wait to see the new cabinet secretaries for different ministries.
It's a wait-and-see situation.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Anne Musungu, for gracing the News Diary this morning. We keep looking at social media as the world is one big village, thanks to the internet. Anne Musungu with What's Trending. We took a very short breather. You're watching News Diary. We'll be right back after this break.